If you are working hard, posting consistently, answering your phone, showing homes, doing everything you were told to do as a new realtor, and you still feel stuck, this video is going to explain why. Because the problem is not your effort. It's your structure. And if you don't fix this, you will stay the way you are right now in your business. You will stay busy, but never able to build or scale anything in your real estate business. Most realtors are not lazy. They are not undisciplined. They are not unmotivated. They are just consistent, but with the wrong things. And consistency, if it is the wrong things, does not create any momentum. It creates exhaustion. Today, I'm going to show you exactly why the hustle you are putting in without the right systems keeps you stuck and what you can do about it. Here's what most hardworking realtors do. They wake up, they check their phone, they respond to texts, they chase new leads, they post something random on social media, they show some homes, they write some offers, hope they get them, they react to problems, put out fires, they go to sleep exhausted, then they repeat it. And it feels productive, but really they are just in complete survival mode. They are, yes, certainly selling and buy, helping people sell and buy houses, but they are not building a business. Said another way, they are too busy working in the business that they cannot work on the business. And we'll talk more about this on the podcast on Wednesday, but I want to explain a couple things, right? Here on the channel and on the podcast, we talk about social media. So, okay, that one of those things that you're just doing and chasing and those kinds of things? Well, not if you're doing it right, okay? Most realtors, if they have a system on social media, will have success. But let's talk about it really quick. Some agents out there, hopefully not you guys, but some agents think, oh, I just have to post more, do more, on more platforms, go viral, those kinds of things. But posting more without structure just creates more noise. If you don't have a content system, a follow-up system, and a conversion system, then social media becomes just another task, not an engine to help your business grow. And that's why hardworking agents feel stuck. They're producing activities, but not building a scalable business. If you can structure your social media to the point where it is not just something you basically like spaghetti, throw at the wall and see what sticks, but have a strategy, you can create success. Well, John, what do you mean by that? Well, I'll just tell you guys honestly, every single thing that I post on social media, every single post is structured. Number one, it fits into my 5 buckets that we've talked about: faith and family, real estate buyers and sellers, Wolfpack, social media, the coaching I do, Phillies, sports, Philly season ticket holders, right? Spring training's coming up in a few weeks, financial literacy. If it does not fit in those buckets, in that structure, it does not go on my social media. Okay. And I just want you guys to understand it is not about just posting. I know I'm the guy that has come on here since September and taught you do this, post on social media every day. I am not saying don't do that because I do want you to do that. What I would say though is if you told me, John, I can post 7 crappy pieces of content a week or 1 to 3 really, really good and thoughtful and heartfelt social media posts a week, I would take the 1 to 3 really well done post. I don't want you putting in C- work 7 times. I'd rather you put in like A-B+ work 1 to 3 times. Okay. So here's the difference too between hustle and structure in your business. Hustle says, I will just do whatever pops up today. Okay. Last week was Valentine's Day. Some of you were Thursday, Friday scrambling, even though you have known all year that Valentine's Day is February 14th. That's kind of like you're hustling and then realizing at the last minute, oh my goodness, I'm not even ready. I remember years ago, probably 10 or 11 years ago now, my now wife saw me buying Christmas presents on Christmas Eve. And she was like, doesn't that stress you out? I'm like, no, it's fine. Well, now living with a planner, I realized I don't want to do anything last minute. This past Sunday, we were like getting the kids ready for church. We got up at 7 o'clock and we were all kind of ready by 8 o'clock. We didn't have to leave till 9. Guess what? Structure felt a lot different on Sunday morning than hustle and trying to rush out the door did. And so think of it like wherever you're going, think of it like our family going to church on Sunday. You are stressing yourself out by hustling and chasing after things, right? Hustle says, I do whatever pops up today. Hustle says, I got to be out of the house at 9 a.m. I'm getting up at 8 o'clock and trying to rush out the door. When structure says, hey, I got up at 7 o'clock, was ready to go. And then we kind of had a chill morning and was out the door. And we were out the door with plenty of time to spare. Structure says, I'm not just going to throw stuff out the wall or do what pops up today. I'm going to do things that move my needle forward in my business, right? Think about 3 things that could move the needle forward, and we'll talk more about that on Wednesday. Hustle reacts, structure schedules and plans. Hustle depends on your energy. Structure works even when you're tired because you have a system. And so if you feel stuck right now, I promise you it is probably because your business depends on you hustling around and pushing each and every week. And that just is not scalable. So here's a question I want you guys to think about, and we'll talk more about that on Wednesday. If you were to go away for a month right now, what would happen to your business? Seriously, and we'll discuss it more in detail Wednesday, but I just want to put that on your mind before we end today's video. What would you do? Would it survive and thrive, or would it collapse? So think about that, and we will get more into it on Wednesday. But I am telling you, you need structure in your business. You don't need hustle and the hustle culture. You don't. Now, what does this mean, John, for social media? This means I don't want random content. If you have random content, your results will be random. If your messaging is unclear, how can you reach your avatar? If your call to action changes every week, nobody is going to follow you. Okay. On Wednesday's podcast, I'm going to dive deeper into this, breaking down the exact shifts you can do right now in your business to go from grinding and stressed and hustling to scaling your business and having peace and margin. This is not about working less. It's just about building something that compounds into something greater. I think the way I would describe it is not necessarily working less, but working on growing the business, not like the day-to-day operations in the business, if that makes sense. So this is going to be a great week here on the YouTube channel and the podcast, a great week of just content around this idea of is it the hustle culture or do we have some structure to our business? On Friday, I am interviewing an amazing agent and friend and mentor who's one of the clearest examples of structure over chaos. Okay. Today is the wake up call. What you're doing right now, this is not scalable. This does not work. Wednesday, we will do the deeper dive breakdown on what you can do. And then Friday, come back for the interview that will show you the blueprint to how this agent, with almost 500 agents, created success in their business. So here's what I want you guys to do. Think about things you can be doing to scale your business and then bring that to Wednesday's podcast episode, right? Talking about grinding versus scaling. And if you're tired of doing business this way, please stick around all week. And I look forward to seeing you Wednesday on the podcast, Friday back here for a great interview on the YouTube channel. I appreciate you guys for watching, and I will see you guys Wednesday podcast back here on the channel Friday. See you guys.